Hi guys, this is Ryan here from Pets TV. Still very glad that Dr. Thiba is still sitting here with us right after the 2 parts. This part here, we're actually going to talk about zoonotic diseases. And what I've known from Dr. Thiba is that actually there's more on cats. So maybe on part 4, we'll concentrate more on cats. Part 3, we'll just generally just talk about general kind of zoonotic diseases. Is that okay with you, Doctor?
Sure.
Right. So, Doctor, what kind of main zoonotic diseases that we are having here in Malaysia?
Okay, it's good that you actually pointed out Malaysia.
Right.
Of course, you know, now with Google and all that, people can just search zoonotic. There is so many diseases that can transmit from animals to humans, but not all is specific to Malaysia. Like if you say Malaysia, let's talk about dogs.
Right.
The only kind of disease that you actually can get from your own dog is mites.
Mites?
Right? Mites and fungal infection.
Fungal infection.
And these two are the common ones that we actually see. Like this is what I see, okay? When they buy puppy from not very ethical or puppy mill, or where the puppies are not really taken care of, and these animals actually have lot of hair, so the mites and all are actually hiding underneath. This family looks at this puppy, you know, they're like, oh, so pitiful. They actually, you know, their intention is good. They want to save that puppy, okay? So they pay this person the amount of money and they take. But you know, they don't realize that this puppy actually has, let's say, fungal infection and mite infestation, or what is normally caused as mange. But of course, they see that the puppy is scratching, but you know, when they Google and things like that, some will say, oh, it's normal. Dogs like to scratch what, you know? Because, you know, they don't see any loss of fur, no, nothing, okay? So the children in the house, the family in the house, you know, they play with the puppy, they hug through contact, right? And after 1 or 2 days, they realize that they start to itch. If it's a mange infection, you know, even I have gotten it as a vet because I deal with it every day, right? How else are we going to treat?
Correct.
Okay. So, you know, it will start with itching at the palm, right here, and it'll go to the tummy. Right? If your kids actually complain that the tummy is very itchy and you've just gotten yourself a dog, or you see that your own dog is actually, you know, scratching a lot, especially the ears and all that, you know, most often it is mange. We have a few mites that actually can cause these kind of problem. I'm not going to go into names of mites and things like that, because then, you know, I think we will need another whole new session altogether. But this is what you should look. It is intense itching. It's so itchy. It's like not like your mosquito bites. It's just you actually can feel them crawling, because I've had this a few times. So I can relate my own experience. So you know, it will be like here, and then it will start to go, and then the tummy will be itching and all that. So I know what I have, and I have to go and see the doctor and say, hey doc, I'm a veterinary doctor, this is my profession, I think I have this. I don't go to a dermatologist, I just go to my regular doctor, and then she will prescribe me a type of cream, and I apply, and within 1 week it's gone. But you know, that is for me who deals with animals. But if you actually have a pet that you just bought, and it has all this crusting when you feel, right? A lot of people think that, oh, it could be food allergy, it could be some allergy. It's a skin problem. And when you take to the vet, they will do what's called a skin scraping to find out what the animal has. Get your dogs treated, just a series of injection. After that, prevention, and they won't get it ever. Again, all this is through contact. It doesn't mean, hey, I already did treatment, what? How come my dog can get again? Yeah, you know, you've already exposed your dog to the environment. Maybe the mites are still in your environment. Maybe your neighbor's dog has it. You can't see it with your eyes. So, you know, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
I do agree when the puppy, when I bought a puppy, she's a Bichon Frise, and that time we didn't even know it was actually fungal infection. So myself and the staff all getting all this fungal thing all over, and we were like, where is it coming from? So we got this puppy and check it out, and it took us 1 year to cure the puppy actually. Doctor, so I think fungal infection is very common. Is it because due to our weather here?
That's right. You know, the thing with fungus is, let me share something with you. Do you know a fungal spore when they threatened, okay, this fungus is like, you know, they like from outer space like that. They are so clever. For an organism without a brain, I'm telling you, you know, they are so high tech. They can actually freeze themselves, okay, stay dormant, that means show no activity whatsoever, stay in the environment for over 2 years.
2 years, wow.
You know, in some areas, I think like, you know, with cold climate and all, you know, we've had people cultivating cultures of fungus that has been there for many years, you know. So they go into this, they arrest themselves and they just sit down, do nothing. And all it takes is one drop of water. Just like that.
Really? Wow.
Just like that. So, you know, again, between adult dogs and small puppies are more prone to getting fungal infections because their immune system is immature. The immune system is not able to handle all this because it's new.
Right.
Your body has memory.
Okay.
Right? It takes what we call masker nafas lah. After that, the body will have memory.
Right.
So the moment another fungal cell comes, say, hey, I know you, you better get lost.
Right.
So you know, they can actually do that.
Okay.
So, but whereas puppy is like, what's that? Hello.
Right.
You know, so everything is invited in.
Yes.
And then, you know, these fungus actually cause diseases. What's interesting is you told me that it took 1 year to get rid of your puppy's fungal infection. There are some dogs that shows that, you know, the immune system of your puppy is very compromised. That means the puppy wasn't very strong to begin with, and the immune system was actually struggling. Thank God, you know, for owners like you who never gave up on that dog, and I'm sure today she's very healthy, she's very happy, you know. So fungal infections are very common in puppies, and it takes a lot of effort from the side of the owner, you know, to actually treat these kind of things. Very common mistakes that a lot of people do is when they get a new puppy, they put them in the toilet.
So guys.
Why the toilet? Because easy to clean.
And that's where the toilet is. Yes.
But you know, the toilet is where water is. The humidity is very high. Fungus love high humid condition. So you know, before you put your pet in the toilet, because it is easier for you, please think. Right? You can put them somewhere where it's dry, you know, so that it is better. And then, you know, take to your groomer, get them to start bathing, you know, and all that. Make sure a good job is done. If your groomer is kind enough, they may teach you how to do it yourself. You know, but then again, just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. I've actually had cats who kept getting fungal infections over and over again. The owner swore to me that, you know, no, I'm keeping in a dry place, I actually took the liberty to go to a house to investigate.
Wow.
You know where the cat was?
Where?
The cat was near the washing machine.
Okay.
Again, water source.
Yes.
You know? So, please, think of fungus, think of water. Don't put them near any water source. Of course, you know, water for them to drink is fine, but change that water often. And if you're dealing with fungal infections and all that, you know, it's like, as humans, yes, we can get it. I think about 13 years ago got a fungal infection from a cat.
Oh, okay.
It started off as just small area of redness here, and it spread all the way right up inside my body.
Wow.
And you know, I was going to get married, and I like really wanted to call off my wedding because, you know, I had fungal infections inside. Okay. But you know, it was like I had to go through severe immunotherapy because I was so stressed, and the fungus wasn't getting any better. I was hospitalized for 1 week to actually clear it off. That's how bad it was. You know, as a vet, you know, it took I had this infection for 6 months.
So my 1 year is not that bad, actually, right?
I had it for 6 months. And you know, at some point, you know, I used to cry because, you know, it's like, it's so itchy. I'll tell myself, don't scratch. But when I'm asleep, I will scratch and then I will find new spots. So then, you know, they decided that it's best that I get hospitalized. I got myself admitted, and then, you know, they gave me, I think, very strong immunoglobulins, like those, you know, for cancer patients to improve my immune system. Then it cleared.
Oh, so actually, is fungus actually dampen the immune system?
You get it when your immune system is not up to par. But then again, it's like this. If you've not had any contact with fungus before, then, you know, you will get it. You know, because for your body that's something new, and they don't have memory to actually fight it, right? So the first round when you get it, okay, if you know what you're dealing with, you can go to the clinic, get some cream and all, gone. So when you're dealing with that again, you know, it won't be so bad. Or sometimes, you know, from then to now, I've gotten it maybe 1 or 2 times, but not so bad. It's just, you know, because I deal with animals every day. Sometimes I forget to wear gloves. Sometimes, you know, there will be tear in the glove, things like that. These are not, I cannot prevent it. But what I do at the end of the day, after I've done all my treatments and all that, I actually wash my hands with antiseptic. I keep very clean. So I've not been, you know, didn't get it. But I was at that point of time working in a very highly stressed environment. You know, with an impending wedding and all coming. So, you know, it's because I was stressed. So when I was stressed, I think my immune system sort of like took a beating.
I see.
So that's the reason why the fungal infection was full blown.
Yeah, actually it's very interesting that Dr. Thiba said that you need actually to wash your hand. Right. So guys, you know, I mean, zoonotic disease are zoonotic diseases, but they actually can be preventable if you actually wash your hands regularly, especially for your small kids as well. I think it's also very good for them to just to keep washing every time they touch the dogs or cats, you know. So doctor, how about rabies? You know, when I was young, right, I always have this perception where, you know, they say if you got this rabies virus, right, then you will actually drink like a dog, pee like a dog, you know, you will raise your leg like a dog, and then you start peeing, and so that was the perception of given to me when I was young. And you know, and in Malaysia recently, of course, there's outbreak of rabies. You know, we used to be one of the, you know, good country that doesn't have rabies, but suddenly there's an outbreak. So how does this rabies come about, and, you know, what kind of symptom, and how can we actually prevent it, you know, from dogs and human point of view?
Okay, like this. Okay, rabies has been in this world for many thousand years. Originate from wild animals, right? But of course, no animal is spared from getting rabies, right? In some suburban areas, what we call like an immunity belt, just neighboring Thailand and all that, rabies vaccine is a must, right? Vaccine is the only way you can prevent rabies. Once they are infected, treatment and all rarely is successful. Even in humans, I think many of them actually lose their lives, right? We have been rabies free actually for a very long time, you know, because herd health or community health and all, the department, the government has actually played a very good role to actually eradicate this. But unfortunately, due to animal smuggling, people who don't really know about the disease, you know, they don't really think very well. A lot of this in Malaysia. Of course, Penang had an outbreak and all that, and they later realized it's coming from the fishermen punya village, where they actually go to neighboring countries, you know, the dogs hop from there, follow them, go there, you know, and get bitten there, come back. So that is how it's been spreading, right? So unfortunately, the virus, what it does is, it affects the salivary glands, the glands that are responsible for producing saliva. So when that swells up, you will have a lot of pain. You will have difficulty when you want to drink. So when you see water you want to drink, it's painful. So therefore the term hydrophobia came about. Afraid of water. Not the animal becomes afraid of drinking and eating because of the pain.
Right.
And they will start frothing from the mouth because the salivary glands are affected, so a lot of saliva is produced. Okay, and they become very agitated because the virus actually then travels and affects the brain. So your brain is a very complex organ that is responsible for all your daily activities and things like that. Your brain is your center where it controls your mood, your behavior, your everything, right? If you realize people who have mental illness, right, some part of the brain is not developed properly, right? Or some chemical in the brain is not balanced, therefore they cannot think properly, they hallucinate, you know, the term schizophrenia and all that, you know. They do not wish to do these kinds of things to you, but in their head they are hallucinating a lot of things and all that. So maybe that is one of the reasons, you know, these dogs actually, like, or cats actually feel so agitated, they become very aggressive, not because they want to, because the virus has affected maybe certain part of their brain, so they go and bite. So when they bite, the virus is spread through the bite.
Saliva, right?
Yes. So as human, the same thing happens. So they become crazy. That's why they say, oh my god, you're acting like a rabid dog. Crazy. So they will be frothing in the mouth if you see like that, because it's like, you know, everything is vibrating, you know, they actually appear like they are crazy. Actually it is because of the virus and the mode of how this virus actually affects the salivary glands and the brain. Okay, so the best way to prevent rabies is vaccination. Of course, we don't have the routine vaccination, doesn't cover rabies because we never had an infection in so long. You know, we were thinking that, you know, we are safe, but now that we actually, you know, are getting more and more dogs that are coming with rabies and things like that, if you want to be safe, vaccinate your dogs against rabies. You know, some vets actually do carry, you know, the rabies vaccine. Please ask your vet, you know, if you want to be on the safe side, just get the vaccine done. And international standard actually recommends rabies vaccine between 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. So it's not like a yearly thing. Some countries say 3, some countries say 5, but for import or export purpose is yearly, because they want to make sure, you know, a lot of countries actually require you to send it to the blood of the animal after it's been vaccinated to the lab to see titer levels, to see if the body actually has enough antibodies, you know, to fight the disease. So, you know, we do have those kind of things in place. So if again, you know, rabies is very dangerous, it's one of the most, you can lose your life. You know, you can really lose your life. So if you want to be safe, vaccinate your animals against rabies. And when you go anywhere, especially, you know, there are stray dogs and all that, you know, just be careful. You know, I'm not telling you don't touch them, don't what, just be careful, don't instigate them. If you feel that a certain dog is acting very weird, you know, don't go and check it out, you know. Don't let the curiosity in you kill you. So doctor, just out of curiosity, how about human? Do we have vaccine for rabies? Actually we do. But you know, the human, again, you know, because Malaysia we've been free. The rabies vaccines anywhere in the world is actually given to personnel handling animals or rabid humans, like hospital personnel who are actually in charge of handling rabies outbreak. They will be given the vaccine, and veterinary professionals who are there to contain an outbreak, they will be given. Vaccines are very expensive. Human vaccines are awfully expensive. So that's why the mass population, you don't get it, because you don't deal with these people on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, guys, you know, we have talked about zoonotic disease, whereby rabies is one of them, fungus is one of them, mange is one of them. We're going to come back in part 4. Part 4 will be more on cats. Stay tuned. Bye.